What is biology? Biology is made up of two words, bio and logy. Bios means life and logos means discourse. To study about living beings is called biology. And in other words, you can say that the branch of science which deals with the study of living beings is called biology. Biology are divided into two parts. One is zoology and another is botany. Now again, zoology is made up of two words. Zoons, which means an animal, and logos means discourse or in simply to study. To study about animals is called zoology, or in another way you can say the branch of biology which deals with the animals is called zoology. The second one is botany. It is made up of also two words. Botan means herbs. Botan means herbs. And any means to study. The study of plants is called botany. The word botan, herb, the word botan derives its origin from the Greek word baskin, which means grazing. The Forestus in 370 to 287 BC prepared list of 500 plants and is called father of botany. Justus is called father of botany. It is difficult to define life. Now what is life? So, but all living beings have some specific characters on the basis of which they can be differentiated from non-living things. These characteristics are as follows. The first one is life cycle, means every living being has taking birth, develops, becomes youth and adolescence, and youth becomes adult becomes old age, gains old age, and ultimately they will leave the place. Die, they leave the place. Similar with the plants also. The plants also taking germination and it rises and grown up a mature plants, then it flowering plants, and at a certain age the plants will also decay. This is the life. It means all living beings is having a character, that is life cycle is going on. The second one is protoplasm. Protoplasm is the physical basis of life. Protoplasm is made up of prostus first, and plasma means form. All physical and chemical activity changes taking place inside the protoplasm. Hence protoplasm is the physical basis of life. Now the third one is cell. If the protoplasm is died, the cell died, and the cell is the cell structure. All living beings is made up of a unit structure which is called cells. Means cell is the structural and functional unit of the body. And the fourth property is metabolism. All living beings taking some foods for their energy for daily activities, and in the metabolism there are two types of processes going on. One is creative, in which cell is formed, another is destructive, in which cell decay, cell divisions. The constructive part is known as anabolism and the destructive part is called catabolism, and the anabolism and catabolism is called metabolism. Hence you find that all living beings in which metabolism occurs, whereas in non-living beings no metabolism required. The fifth point is respiration. All living beings taking oxygen, and as a result of that it energy form and it inspires carbon dioxide. So to taking oxygen, inhaling oxygen is called inspiration, and to expiring carbon dioxide is called expiration, and the combination of both, the inspiration and expiration, is called respiration. All living beings, either plants or animals, are taking breathing, and that is called respiration. As a result, respiration of that, the energy is formed in our body as ATP, adenine triphosphate, from which we can able to do some physical activities. The sixth property is nutrition. When we are doing some work, some nutrition is essential, and all living beings require some nutrition, extra nutrition, and you are taking some nutritious diet like veg, non-veg, whatever you desire. The seventh one is growth. All living beings enhance. जैसे a baby becomes a child becomes a youth becomes an adult becomes an old man, and ultimately get died. Similarly, from a plant becomes mature plants. Flowering and other fruits are formed, and ultimately a time will come the plants will die. Means all plants, all living beings, either plants or animals, are growth is taking place, whereas in non-living beings no growth is taking place. If the growth is taking place in the living beings, it is internal, whereas in non-living beings growth is external. Next is reproductions. Every living beings have ability to create some similar offsprings from their parents, and this is only occurs in the living beings. A new plant forms a new saplings. Similarly, a new human being formed a new baby, or other animals formed a similar type of animals. That is, this process is known as reproduction. Means reproduction is one of the characters for living beings, whereas in the non-living beings reproduction does not take place. Next one is movements and motility. All living beings, for their activities, for their occupations, some movements is there. This means they are locomotions from one place to another by foot. Some are other means. Similarly, some are reptilians class, are just they are crumbling, but non-living beings did not occur movements and motility. Now the one is sensitivity and adaptability. Means our all living beings have capacity कि जैसे बहे बयार पीठ वैसे ही कीजिए. जिस तरह का वेदर होता है उस तरह का हमारा ड्रेस होता है, हमारा खान पान हो जाता है. जैसे जिस पर्व में जो मानता है उसको हमको फॉलो करना पड़ता है. तो दिस सेंसिटिविटी, sometimes you feel restless, sometimes you feel ill. तो ये जो है cold, hot, ये जो अनुभव है, these types of feelings only occurs in the living beings, either maybe plants or maybe animals also. And in non-living beings, sensitivity and adaptability did not occur. This is also responsiveness. And after nutrition, some waste products are formed in our body, in our plants also. The plants also leaves their golden leaves in the autumn seasons, and a new leaves come out. And in our activities also, we are taking foods, and some we need some waste products, which is for time to time out, and this process is known as excretion. This is the one of the character for living beings, whereas in the non-living beings excretion does not take place. And the fourth one is evolutions, and you well known that by time being in the olden times we are like an apes, and now we have some tails, but after 10,000 years or so or more than that, the tails becomes not required for human beings, and in this way the tails is not formed in the human beings. So, since evolution is going on our language, our standard of living, all things are changed, and this will details study in the new Darwinism theorem and Darwin's theorems, in which you find that also when we are using a right hand or left hand, the right you do more work, those organs whom you utilize more. Similarly, zebra, the neck of the zebra is very tallest because the grass is vanishing from the earth, and so it needs their foods for its longer trees, and as a result of that, in the next generation their necks will taller, and you will find that now this is big taller, and this is going on, and this evolution is the best examples of our what the olden peoples are not technically know how and did not operate computers or supercomputers or laptops, whereas a child from the very beginning is efficient and operate computers and supercomputers very efficiently, and that's why this evolution is going on, and the next generation is very clever than the oldest one. This is going on. This phenomenon is always true, and it never stops. Thank you. For other details will be in the next class.